Yeah, good to see
I
you.
got,
Good to
I got,
talk to you. It's been a while, a few months.
all right. I think we might be live. I don't know. I told people to tune in at 8:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good to
Okay.
see you. Good to talk to you. It's been a while,
Hold
a
on,
few
hold on,
months.
hold on. All right. I think uh, we might be live. There we go. Now I can read the chat. We're live. Um, Now here we're gonna start the audio recording for that side. And the Luck Stops Here podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. We want to get you guys going. Me and Decker will be giving out a lineup later, but get going with one of these pick'em entries. Play the pick'em game where your favorite players have a higher or lower stat total in this week's game. So, like yards, catches, even fantasy points, because this is underdog fantasy. You can win up to 100 times your money in a single night, pick between 2 and 5 players to build a single entry. And you can also make rivals picks, which pits two players against each other, which will give like who will have more yards or who will have more, touchdowns, whatever. I have a lot of fun with this, and as Best Ball Mania is heating up down the stretch, that's a lot of fun. So you can get on that next year too. So sign up today with promo code LSH. You get your first deposit doubled up to $100, as well as an instant pick'em special. That's right. Visit underdogfantasy.com or find it in the App Store. And don't forget to register with promo code LSH to get your first deposit up to 100 doubled up to $100, as well as an instant pick'em special. Must be 18 or over and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org. We are back. Where's my fucking theme music? Yeah. We are back here. The new format of on live on YouTube here, the Luck Stops podcast. Got two people watching. That's fun. I thought we would have zero. So we're already
Yeah.
that's like infinite potential growth there when you think about it. Because if there's two people watching when I thought zero, next time there could be three or four, and that's called growing.
Hell
Uh,
yeah. Just keep it going. Add two every time and then we're good.
yeah. So with me is one of my oldest friends and one of the best guests and most tenured guests. I think you, my brother, have done the show more than anybody. Justin Decker. Justin, how you doing,
Oh,
pal?
hell yeah. Doing good, man. Just hanging out here, getting pumped for the USC game.
Yeah, you're going
Big
tomorrow night.
weekend,
Yeah.
USC game tomorrow and the Harb Bowl on
Yeah. Are you
Monday.
going to both?
No, and I went to the last game. I went to
I know.
the
Yeah.
Bengals game. Huge, but I don't think I'm going this time. But yeah, man. UCLA, USC, big game. Surprised they're 5-point dogs. We may get into that later, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
stoked to finally go to a tailgate. I haven't been to a real true tailgate this year yet with your brother and
Oh,
the
the whole crew. Okay.
this is gonna be the first like long one I can actually make it
Yeah.
to.
To fill in the audience just a little, I mean, we'll break down the game later, but for the tailgate, like, me and my brother, our friends, we've been doing this for like 25 years or so, going to and tailgating at these games. And I had season tickets from like 2001, and then I missed a couple years in there, but then like basically until I moved to Vegas here in 2019, and then Decker started going to the games with me when I had an extra ticket, and then he just ended up buying that extra ticket and seamlessly fit into the crew. So glad you're going to the tailgate, man. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think it's been more than
Um,
10 years now
you
that I've been going with the season tickets.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
dude,
my
yeah,
first game was in 90, I think my first game was in like 92. We used to have
dude,
family reunions. Then I first started becoming a fan around Cade McNown, JJ Stokes.
yeah. Those were fun teams.
Finally season tickets like over 10 years ago.
JJ Stokes was with Wayne Cook, FYI.
JJ Stokes, I thought played with Cade McNown for at least 1 year.
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure he had his big year with Wayne Cook, the year that
Okay,
they went to
yeah.
the Rose Bowl,
Okay, yeah. And when they were
93 and
ranked one for like 1 week before.
because they both Wayne Cook and Cade McNown went to the Rose Bowl in the 90s with UCLA. They both lost, but they both won conference championships, went to the Rose Bowl. In fact, that 93 game, the team, that Wayne Cook team that went to the Rose Bowl, that was Pac-10 champions, it came down to them and SC basically tied for the conference winner, went to the Rose Bowl. And I went to that game at the Coliseum that year. And it was
Mm.
fucking awesome when UCLA fucking won that on like a SC had a first and goal at the 3 yard line, ran it three straight times, and then tried to throw it on fourth and like one, and it was intercepted in the end zone. It was fucking awesome. Dude, and I was in like the UCLA alumni section at the Coliseum. So, dude, everybody was just going fucking crazy, and it was fucking awesome.
Nice.
But dude, I got some fun stuff for us here because, dude, first off, man, happy JFK anniversary day.
Oh, I thought the generals were due.
Yeah. It's,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to treat this like it's the playoffs because it is my playoffs. It's not every day that it's the anniversary of the 35th president, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, getting assassinated by the
The
40th
Cuban
president.
mafia?
No, the 41st president, George H.W.
Okay.
Bush. See,
Yeah, it's possible. He was the director of the CIA, yeah.
he was the director. Oh no, well, technically he didn't work for the CIA until the mid 70s
Right.
when the second they appointed the House Assassination Committee to look into the Martin Luther King and both Kennedy assassinations and
Yeah.
whatnot, 60s. And all of a sudden, they appointed George Bush when they said he had never worked for them in his entire history, when he was obviously working for them the entire time. He's dead. They can't sue me for libel. So fuck
And he only
them.
worked there for a year. It only took him,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, just to clean up the mess, dude, of
Get
like
the work
post
done. Yeah.
Watergate,
Yeah.
and because like the Watergate burglars were essentially involved in the Kennedy assassination. Yeah. I don't think Lee
All
Harvey
those skull
Oswald
and
fired. You
bones
want to get down
boys
to it? I
in
don't even think.
cahoots with the hasty pudding boys,
Yeah.
running our country since the dawn of time, whatever.
And I don't know why I just randomly started playing the NBA on NBC music. Or I mean, just Round Ball Rock by John Tesh is actually the correct title. Let me find a different song here because I know I have something way more appropriate. Um, but no, that's a theme from Summer Place. See, I thought I had the Cops theme song on here somewhere, and I don't. I need to update the soundboard. But like, I'm trying to think of the most inappropriate songs I can play for the Kennedy assassination, and one of them might be, uh, "Oh yeah, oh yeah."
There's a great Rage Against the Machine song. I forgot which one it is. I think it's off of Viet Now, where he goes, "I wanna be Jackie Onassis. I wanna wear a pair of dark sunglasses. I wanna be Jackie. Oh, 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 please." That one's probably inappropriate, but can't think of any
Yeah,
other
no,
ones off the top of my head.
yeah, I didn't really put too much thought into this JFK assassination tribute, where yeah, I probably should have had some better music choices, to be honest with you. Hey, I won't forget that for our 9/11 episode next year. So I'll I'll have some real bangers like Jet Airplane by the Steve Miller Band. And, and would Rocky Mountain High by John Denver be appropriate since he died in a plane?
Yeah, or we could just do all. There's plenty of people who died in plane crashes.
Yeah, I mean, you just do people that died in a plane. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Richie
Uh,
Valens.
yeah, dude. No, there's a whole cavalcade. I'm trying to use better words. I'm trying to be smarter now. But
Mhm.
yeah, dude, it's fun because it's true that the Bush family killed Kennedy. That,
But why
that's what
though?
makes it funny. I didn't do it. My family had nothing to do with it. But if you're like Jenna Bush or whatever one of these Yale flunky kids, Skull and Bones. I was watching. Speaking of Skull and Bones and the CIA, I was watching The Good Shepherd last night because I've been battling insomnia lately. So I was like, oh, let's watch that boring ass movie with Matt Damon about the
Oh, I
CIA.
haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's not that bad actually. They needed to do a better job editing it and trimming it down, but it's about basically the foundation of CIA coming out of the operation of strategic service, Office of Strategic Services in World War II, which did a lot of the counterintelligence work in Europe, and then how that turned into the CIA and how it was like a bunch of skull and bones dudes that, these guys that were all like used to operating in secrecy and keeping secrets already made that first generation of spies a lot easier for them to kind of.
Yeah, don't sleep on the Taft family.
Oh yeah.
Alfonso Taft, and then
Taft's the
they're
only,
founders of the Skull and Bones.
I gotta
And
say,
yeah,
Taft is the only president too to become a Supreme Court justice
yeah,
after he
yeah.
was president. That'd be funny if Trump appointed himself as a Supreme Court justice on his like last day.
I mean, technically, you could do that, can't you? I mean,
Yeah, I think
you do
so,
anything you
dude.
want, apparently, if you're
Yeah.
president. I mean, who fucking
Um,
cares? I
if
guess.
one of the people really loyal to him on the Supreme Court, one of the older like conservative justices, I guess, if he could talk them into stepping down, and he had I don't know, I probably should. This isn't a politics show, but it's
It's
a
a
comedy show.
conspiracy show,
But
goddammit.
it's a conspiracy show. And that would just be funny, honestly. That would just be funny if he was just like, because just picturing him having to sit there through like, actual like Supreme Court stuff. Like it's
Or
actually,
like his case comes up and be like, "What's the statute of limitations on if you become president? Can you go to jail again? Is your cases on hold?" He'll just say, "Hey, if you don't vote with me, I'm gonna put your address online to my red hats. So
yeah.
we're gonna knock this down, whatever it is."
Speaking of MAGA red hats, dude, this is the perfect segue here. By the way, one of my digital horses is running at 9:13. We're gonna watch that race live, by the way. Just to let you know. One of me and Crane
Okay,
SGPN. We'll do a plug for the stable and stuff when that comes up.
I've
But
never
yeah,
seen that. I'm
we
looking
are
forward to
going
it.
to watch one live coming up 100%. I just wanted to tease that now. But speaking of MAGA red hats, dude, okay. I'm not gonna say anybody by name. I'm trying to do a better job on this new live YouTube version of the show. I don't want to be quite the asshole I was on. I mean, you go back, there's over 100 episodes of me being a horrible piece of shit, making fun of so many people. And I mean, I'm still gonna make fun of people, don't get me wrong, like, but like some of the more recent episodes, I would say, even if you go back just a few months ago, the last like time I was actively recording, yeah, I was like pretty much just reading people's tweets and saying who they were and making fun of them and stuff. And I'll probably get back to some of that here, but I'm not going to mention this person by name because I shouldn't do that. But girl, I went to high school with, so I'll just put it in that context. It's a wide range. I went to school for 4 years at that same school, so could be anybody that went to school there basically between the years 1993 and 1997 when I went there. So, uh, yeah. Um, but she's one of those like brand coach people, like the girl boss brand coaches.
For social media or
Yeah, you're just like, see, I can't figure it out, to be honest with you.
just
Because
okay,
I
yeah,
follow her on Instagram and
yeah.
then it's like it's plugging the business a lot. And it's a lot of like I talk about clients and how to get clients, and I have this many clients, but then also I pay this many coaches as well. And
Oh
it seems
yeah,
to me there's
I
this
got it.
entire ecosystem of middle-aged women that and as a middle-aged man, I can make fun of middle-aged white women because I'm a middle-aged white man. This is like one group I think I'm allowed to go after right now. And if not, Trump's president, fuck it. Yes, I can. Yeah, I can go after whoever I want. I'm a middle-aged white man. I think I'm going to enjoy this. That's why I'm wearing the camouflage hat, dude, and the Hawaiian shirt. It's like I like the party, but I also have a gun. It's there's something to it, It's fucking um, but like, dude. Okay, I went off the rails there. No, so this chick, but yeah, but I see her always posting like, here's how you close fucking $10,000 months on the regular, and then it's a link to like her paying her $10,000. which we need to get
Not
in
even a
on.
pyramid scheme. It's just kind of like
It is. It seems, yeah, and like we need to get in on this somehow, dude. Because I think we can convince white women that no one understands how they think better than the guys that have been fucking them over their whole lives, white men, and like that we understand the destructive nature of the patriarchy because we've been inside the locker room. Oh, that's our first fucking like seminar inside
locker
the
room talk.
locker room. Yeah. See,
Locker room talk.
yeah, you see, and we, you know, and we make it edgy and encourage them to show us their tits and do all kinds of fun stuff.
No, I know exactly that type of person you're talking about on Instagram.
Yeah, well, apparently, okay, so she was posting, but she was at this Freedom Queen festival in Florida, which is apparently where all these people get together and do this. And this sounds like the most insufferable group of assholes. I would much rather party with the January 6th crowd than Freedom Queens.
By the way, I've started calling January 6th the beer belly putsch. I don't know if it's
Oh, I
catch
like
on,
that. I
but
like
it's
that. That's
like
good.
it really should catch on.
No, no, that's good.
Any
That's
history buffs out there, the beer belly putsch.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like the Reichstag tire fire.
Yeah, exactly.
But dude, yeah, Freedom Queen Fest. Like, okay, so she posted a video or something. Like anybody who else who watches the show or listens to the show here, uh, that dude, like anybody that watches it that may guess who it is. I just got a text right now from my brother, and he's watching the show, and he might have guessed who it is. Yeah, no, they are watching with the kids. Shout out to my brother. Dude, okay. She wore it with like a bedazzled, like all denim, like Canadian tuxedo for Freedom Queen Fest. And I gotta say, if you got, and she was saying talking about meeting her clients in person, and I couldn't imagine having the balls to charge someone like five figures or four, hell, dude, three figures for my services or something like that. There are things I would charge that much for, dude. There are certain things where I have that kind of skill that's worth that much. Acting is one of them. I've gotten paid big days for acting and stuff, and like I pretty much at this point won't do anything for less than like my standard day rate of at least like $300, usually. So, but like yeah, like
You know that guy Tony Robbins? He puts on those kind of like motivational
yeah,
seminars
yeah, yeah, no.
for like $2,500 a weekend.
Okay, but dude, he wears a suit, right? He doesn't wear a fucking Canadian tuxedo with
He
goddamn
wears a suit.
a bedazzled Canadian tuxedo, which is even worse, to be honest with you. Just if you're gonna,
Canadian tuxedo, what's the difference?
well, it's like you tried to jazz it up. Like if you're wearing the Canadian tuxedo, you're trying to tell people I'm a regular person, and you're trying way too hard at it.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
if you put the bedazzled on it, you're like, look at me, I got bling, and I'm a regular person. But like, all right, well, bling doesn't makes you automatic not a regular person.
Yeah, man, tuxedos are weird. I wore a tuxedo at my wedding. That's it.
Um, flash my watch as to say, I won't make fun of people. Thing. It's that's I'm trying to play with the medium here. But yeah, Freedom Queen Fest seems like the place where I would hang myself. Like that'd be funny. Like, hey, there's a seminar in the next room, and it's just me fucking hanging from a noose in there.
What was that bit on your record? What was the Patriots? The Patriot sketch kind of reminded me of that. On your
Oh yeah, yeah, the retired cop that now sells self-defense tapes.
oh yeah.
But it's all about how to like beat minorities.
That's when I ever hear the word patriot, or now it's just like has the worst connotation for some reason.
Yeah, nah, because it's like anybody like
Only
first off,
because the people who say that, who
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah, they're pretty
I'm a
insufferable. Like
patriot.
I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot. Like, yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's what you
okay.
say when you're storming a Capitol, literally. Like
Yeah.
you're
Oh, cool.
shooting a fucking blunderbuss at a redcoat. It's like,
Where's your
don't say that. It's
where's
weird.
your faggy old timey clothes and your musket, you fucking weirdo? Like, go all in if you're gonna do it. Like,
Yeah. Fucking two if by land, one if by sea, motherfucker. Creepy ass bitch. It's just creepy to say that.
yeah, nah. It's yeah. I'm gonna start. Well, we got to come up with an alternative term for that.
We've been
Like,
a country for almost 250 years now. It's like maybe don't call yourself a patriot. It's odd. I don't know.
yeah, it's kind
I
of
don't
yeah,
know. Just weird. Like we all are, We're just trying to get by. Just fucking going to the casino on the weekend and watching football.
yeah. That's what I'm probably gonna do tomorrow. You know what I did? I did inventory of my home bar yesterday because I mostly drink whiskey cocktails. But I realized I have like a heroic amount of rum, tequila, and vodka. So I was drinking dry daiquiris last night. You ever had one of those?
No, I got a vodka here. You know what? The older I get, I kind of just stay exclusively with whiskey.
Yeah, no,
Anything
same
else
here.
like
That's
rum
it.
and the stuff that you mix with rum gives me kind of like
Well,
a heartburn. But as a daiquiri is rum, right?
yeah, usually, yeah. Light rum. This is light rum with Campari. You're drinking Campari, like the one of the like bitter kind of aperitif,
Yeah.
red.
Is it red?
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's what you use for a Negroni, like that and
Oh
gin
yeah.
with sweet vermouth. Like those are really good
Yeah.
too. But dude, a dry daiquiri is just a little bit of that. Um, what light rum, that, and then lime juice and a little simple syrup. And
Oh,
it's so refreshing and so good. And you just shake it up like and put it in like a martini glass or whatever. Fucking amazing. I posted it to my Instagram. You can follow me at Scott_Bowser on
oh, I
Instagram.
saw it. Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah, and
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I garnish with a little. I got Jen got me one of those little peeler things, and
Oh,
so
like
like,
specifically
yeah, so I can make the
kind of
little
put it on
garnish.
the top.
Little
Yeah.
yeah. See, if anybody out there that's into the show runs a bar in Southern California or Southern Nevada, even Northern Arizona, okay? I would love to come in and be a guest bartender for a night. I will just work for tips and get friends and people and well-wishers and whoever to all come out and support the bar that night. So, if you're in LA, especially, I think you can expect a decent turnout because I haven't been there in a while. A lot of people might want to see me and be a good way to make them give me money to see me. And yeah. And no, I've been learning a lot of fantastic cocktails like the dry daiquiri there. Shout out to a friend of the show, Brian Cook, for turning me on to that.
And you're
Um,
serious about it. You got, I don't know what to call those, the actual pops that you have like you're in the
oh,
bar.
like the pour tops, yeah.
The pour, oh, they're just called
Yeah,
pour.
dude, like, yeah,
I've never
my
been a
home bar
bartender.
is pretty much, dude, like,
Yeah.
because here's the thing, is I was looking at these bars on Amazon, they're like 250 bucks. And it's this bar that's got like these LED lights, but it's a three-tier bar where there's like a wine rack in the middle and then the two cabinets on the side. I'm like, well, I can make it a liquor, coffee, and wine bar and all in one kind of thing. Oh, this is really perfect. And I have the one cabinet for coffee, and then I put the glassware in the other. Well, I built it up so much very quickly. I ended up needing to get not only a bar cart for the bottles with the pour tops, because I had so many bottles and stuff at that point. Then I needed to get another wire rack for the handles. Because once I got my bottles that have fit the pour top, then I just get handles from then on out because it's cheaper to refill from there.
Mm, nice.
So
Oh,
then, yeah. So yeah, no, but then yeah, but I got that bar that's normally like 200 bucks or whatever. I got it for like 80 bucks on OfferUp that was still brand new in the box.
nice. Just
Someone bought it and they just
choose a
did never
different
set it
drink
up.
every week, make a different drink every week.
Yeah. No, dude, it's great, dude. Like I really recommend it. And dude, there's ways of doing home bars that I've seen now with like watching YouTube videos and stuff where people I hadn't had this on here at all, but dude, this is good stuff. People make like little speakeasies, dude, where you can get like the little mini garage door kind of opener things, set it up and build like a fake wall so you can push a button, have the wall turn up, and have a little bar behind it, dude.
Wow. Nice.
Like, dude, like, and I actually have a shelf in my hallway, like that we use for folding laundry, but it goes back kind of deep. And I was thinking I can build some sort of trap door speakeasy back there if I really wanted, with a couple extra bottles and stuff, where it's like there's the bar down in in the dining room area. Like there's the big, well, I got the dartboard in there, the mini foosball table. There's a poker table in there, so I got like a little setup going now. But then I got the neon lights and stuff, so it's a vibe when I want to have bar night here.
Oh yeah.
But like, no, the cool thing there is like, if I had the speakeasy down the hall, where it's like, hey, do you want to have a drink here, or do you want to go down to the speakeasy?
Oh yeah. Why do they
But I got
call
an
it
ice
speakeasy?
machine, which is very clutch. You need an ice machine.
Mm.
I got a mini fridge just for over there that I mostly just use for garnishes and stuff like that, like cherries, olives, all that kind of shit.
Mm.
Um,
You put a sugar cube in the what does it go in the old fashioned? You know, that
oh
like
yeah, yeah.
sugar cube?
You know what I've learned from my trick for old fashions is because they always put a little sugar cube and a little splash of water to muddle it, and then mix in the bourbon and stuff. I use just a tiny bit of like club soda or soda water, like 7 Up or whatever, to yeah, to muddle the sugar, because I feel like the carbonation helps break down the sugar into the whiskey better.
Mm.
And instead of like, sometimes it like would clump up and just it's all sugary at the bottom of the drink, but this way
Oh,
it
yeah.
kind of stirs into the drink better. I don't know. Maybe
That
it's
was
just,
always my go-to mixed drink.
oh yeah, those are great. I've really gotten into those Manhattans.
Mm.
You can do it with
Is it
bourbon or
very
rye.
similar?
What's that?
Is it similar?
Kind of, well, it's more like a whiskey martini is how I would describe it. You can use bourbon or rye. I like them with rye. I think it's amazing with rye whiskey. But you use rye, sweet vermouth, and like a few drops of bitters,
Mm.
like orange bitters, and then the bitters you would use for an old fashioned, and then the Angostura or whatever it is. I can't pronounce that. But then yeah, you do that, you shake it up, and then you strain it into like a martini glass. And then use like a cocktail cherry, not like one of the maraschino like
You know?
cherries, like the cocktail like dark cherries. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah. I'm
Nice.
big on my garnishes. If you got to get the garnishes right, if you have the home bar, that's if you don't get the garnish right, you might as well join the Freedom Queen Festival. Have a fucking,
Freedom
I don't
Queen.
know. What do you think
Oh,
they drink there too? Like, oh, rosé. They're drinking rosé.
yeah.
Bunch of
Super
shameless bitch. You know
Roseanne.
what, dude? I was
White
gonna
wine.
um okay, we're getting close. We're about 16 minutes away now from the big
Oh,
horse race, dude. So
nice.
really looking forward to that here. But before we get there, we'll start talking about the game a little. We'll get it on a little rivalry preview because, dude, I was gonna make a charcuterie board for the game tomorrow, where I was gonna
Mm.
use, check this out. I was gonna use blue cheese and cheddar cheese, so it's basically like blue and gold.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And I was gonna spell out UCLA like in the UCLA script with the cheeses.
Nice.
And then I realized Colby's always fucking correctly shitting on UCLA fans for having way too much of a wine and cheese crowd there at the Rose Bowl. And I was like, I can't do this. This is like,
Oh, come on.
no, I can't. And also, dude, it's gonna cost me like $20 and $25 in cheese to pull that off. And then I got to eat $25 worth of cheese in one day. And right now, I had diarrhea this afternoon. I can't handle that right now, dude. Okay. I can't be doing this to myself right now. I'm 45 years old. I'm almost 46. I got a birthday in
Oh,
like 3.5 months, dude.
hell yeah.
You should come out for my birthday weekend, dude. My birthday's on a Friday this year, so I get a 3-day weekend, so we can rage like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or whatever.
I probably could. I'm gonna.
Or you just come out for Thursday and Friday, and I'll tell you why. Like Thursday night and Friday, because it's conference tournament week.
Oh.
And I know March
And
Madness week one's the big one for a lot of people, but dude, underrated is
but
conference tournament week
well,
out
the
here.
Mountain West always plays in Vegas.
Yep. We have the Mountain West. You have
Yeah.
the Big 12. I mean, no. The Big West. And then you have well, you used to have the Pac-12, but you have the West Coast Conference, like Gonzaga and St. Mary's and that. That's at the Orleans. You have the Mountain West at the Thomas and Mack Center, and then at Lee's Family Forum, you have the Big West tournament. And I just went to Lee's Family Forum like last weekend for the UCLA, New Mexico, and Arizona State Santa Clara doubleheader they had there. And that's a
Mm,
pretty cool little arena. Dude, we could probably work it out because it's not that far from UNLV. It's in Henderson. We could probably hit two conference tournaments, if not three.
wow.
Like
Yeah,
third,
man.
we could
I'll
go
be
to like
on.
one Thursday night, like go down to Lee's Family Forum on Thursday night for like, cause like that'll be cheap to hit, like get the late like night part of the pass, get like someone's wristband that's leaving that doesn't fucking, like that. That'll be easy to hustle. And then you get the all day pass for Friday at Mountain West.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll be down for that. I mean, the Aztecs should be right in the mix.
Yeah, no, totally.
Mountain West. And then next year they're gonna be, I think next year they're gonna be in a conference with Gonzaga. They're gonna try to do I don't know if they're gonna call it the Pac-12 again.
Yeah, it's still going to be I think it might be the Pac-10. I think it's still be called the Pac-12 no matter how many teams are in it because that's just
Yeah,
what they've legally incorporated as now or whatever.
yeah. The Big Ten is like 20
But
teams.
yeah, it's going to be Boise State, San Diego State,
Gonzaga.
um, Gonzaga for basketball only. Gonzaga needs to get a football program now. That's for fucking.
Yeah, they have to get a because I think there's a deal where they actually, yeah, they need to
And
get.
then I know New Mexico is in on the new comp on the new wave of teams too.
And I
I
think it's
know
Washington State.
one cool thing is in the FCS, yeah, Washington State and Oregon State will already be there. And then I know Boise, San Diego State, I think San Jose, oh, Fresno State, Fresno State.
Hmm.
But like, I know with Boise leaving the Mountain West and stuff, they're replacing them with North Dakota. I mean, well, a few teams are leaving, all those teams are leaving the Mountain West, but North Dakota State, I know, is going into the Mountain West, dude.
Wow.
And from the FCS, dude, and you watch because they've been like the fucking Alabama
Yeah,
of FCS, dude.
yeah.
They're going to immediately be good the way James Madison was in the Sun Belt. They're going to come in and immediately be good, dude.
I
Like
mean, they put quarterbacks in the NFL, like
Jacksonville State has done it in Conference USA.
yeah,
Uh, Same with or Liberty did it too. Like all these teams that come up from FCS lately, dude. Because what people don't realize, same within basketball, with like Division 2 teams coming up to Division 1, you always have like the top 10 Division 2 basketball teams right now are better than probably the bottom third of Division 1 college basketball.
wow. Wasn't Florida Atlantic weren't they a
Dude,
region?
like Lemoyne was a Division 2 team just a couple years ago, and now they're taking down big dogs.
Yeah.
like Like they're legit, dude. They'll be a tournament team within 3 years, I bet, dude. Like these Division 2 programs are coming up quick in college basketball. But like that's the thing is, those are usually really successful programs that have built in a very winning culture. And the difference between them and the most bottom feeder Division 1 programs, they're better. Like,
Yeah, they're the winning culture is key. They expect to
yeah.
win. They're there.
And those like
They're
players
not
have
going to
been
put up
together
with it.
longer. We're now, especially now with the transfer portal, you have anytime you have good players on some of these smaller conference teams, they get poached. Like great example is Oakland, how they upset Kentucky in the NCAA tournament this last year. Like a bunch of the guys from that team got poached by Power 5 schools, because they see them play on the big stage and they get the NIL offer and the transfer portal. And you can't blame the kids for taking the money. I mean, like that you got to do it. Like always, hey, for the kids out there watching, I think it's my niece and nephew. Always take the money. Okay. Anytime someone offers you a bag of cash, just take it and don't ask any questions at all. Just take,
When you're going to get that money later in your life.
you
Change.
exactly
Yeah.
take bags of cash. I strongly endorse that. And now it's legal to take bags of cash in college sports. So
Yeah.
but even if someone was like, "Hey, here's a bag of cash to take something across state line," do it. Good money.
Yeah. There's also teams in the middle, like San Diego State, who like it's got to be hell for their coaches where you're in the middle because you're losing guys to other schools.
Yeah,
But then you also have to recruit guys to get other schools. Our best player for San Diego State left to Kentucky.
that's the
But
thing.
then,
They need to be on one of those teams that goes after, like when they lose a guy to Kentucky, they need to poach like Grand Canyon for one of their guys or
We got
whatever.
the best guy from Florida Athletic who we beat in the Final Four.
Although I will say this with Grand Canyon's case, dude, there's a lot of money coming in that program.
Yeah.
Big with Jerry Colangelo, the owner of the Phoenix Suns. Like he's basically buying a college basketball team at Grand Canyon, which was an online school just a few years ago.
They had the most exciting players. They were dunking all over the place. I
Yeah,
remember.
no, like,
Was it
dude,
just last year or 2 years ago?
yeah, last year, dude,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they had a fun team, dude. Like, so
And they beat UCLA in the regular season, or maybe
mhm.
it was San Diego State.
No, they're good. I mean,
One
that's
of them, yeah.
but like, yeah, I mean, with the NIL now, you can legally pay guys like, dude, UNLV, for example. There's no, it's so funny how why is the basketball program not going back to the Jerry Tarkanian roots and just throwing cash at people, dude? There's plenty of money in town to throw at players to get them to come here and play college basketball, dude. Like, UNLV should be a powerhouse program again, like they were in the late 80s, early 90s. Like,
Yeah,
no excuse for that.
it's true.
Like,
Actually,
and I mean,
it's
don't get me started on UCLA with this shit. And dude, UCLA went out and got like 6 top recruit or transfers in the portal and kept most of their guys because their basketball NIL's that strong right now, where they're able to keep guys around that are going to be losing playing time because they're able to keep paying them and stuff. Like,
Mm,
so that's good. All right, okay. See, the race starts in a few minutes. Yeah, let's
7 minutes.
do it. So this show has multiple sponsors here. We got this segment is brought to you by PhotoFinish.live, SGPN Stable. So, co-host of the Sports Gambling Podcast, whose hat I'm wearing right now on my show, Ryan Kramer and I have a stable in the world of Photo Finish Live. It's a digital horse racing game where you can buy, own, sell, race, and breed digital racehorses for real money. We've had some fantastic. We were talking about it last night, yeah, or this morning. We kind of got lucky early on, and like one of our first like early like one of our first like 5 or 6 like seasons, we got a group of 3-year-olds because the majors are for 3-year-olds only, just like in real horse racing. The Kentucky Derby is only for 3-year-olds. They have a partnership with the Kentucky Derby in this game, so we had horses in racing on Kentucky Day Derby weekend. Not in the we had one in the Derby, one in the Gallop, which was the rate the big it pays just the same as amount, but it's just at a different distance. And then the Bourbon County Stakes, which is one of the like featured races on the day's card. And we finished like third, fifth, and second in those 3 or whatever. Like we made like almost $4,000 that day, dude. It was pretty fucking awesome, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. But the thing is, we got spoiled on that season, and we haven't repeated that season success since. And like, hey, man, I know we're gonna get there. I'm going to share the screen right now. Hold on. Let's share it. And yeah, so I got a horse running here in a few minutes. Her name's Troubled Lass. She yeah, I named her after the troubles of North of Ireland and Northern Ireland
Yeah.
in the
Those are
70s and
major,
80s.
major troubles.
If you're not familiar with the Troubles, you might want to look that up. It's where the British tried to assert their authority against the heroes of the IRA. That's at least the way I see it. Um, the
Uh,
damn Protestants tried to shit all over Catholic. No, so Trouble Last so far, dude. She's a 2-year-old filly. This season just started on Monday. Every season's 28 days. It just started on Monday. So she's raced 3 races so far, and she's finished second twice. We think we're getting her more dialed in. And in fact, she has the third best odds in this race, which is usually pretty good. If usually have to have the best odds, it's like they're more likely. I feel like they're more likely to finish in the top 3, not necessarily win it. But if you have like the second or third best odds, it seems like you're more likely to finish first than I don't know. But trouble last year, her parents,
Humble class.
yeah, her parents are so there's the way this game works is you have different disciplines. You have left turn or right turn, turf or dirt, or soft or fur. She's left turf soft. So she runs around the track turning left, she runs on the grass turf, and she runs when it's soft, or however, like she basically we're looking for more rain with her. She's a mutter.
Okay.
Um, yeah, her parents. See, sometimes I name the kid off the parents. The parents
Well,
are Blood
even
Moon
list the
and
progeny. Yeah.
well, she's only a 2-year-old. She hasn't had any kids yet. That would be her kids
Okay.
once we start breeding her. But her
Gotcha.
parents are Blood Moon and Shalil McCroy, some sort of Gaelic term. So I named her Treble Last because the mom has an Irish Gaelic name.
Got it.
I mean, that means love of my heart, by the way, in Gaelic, for those wondering.
Beautiful.
Blood Moon, yeah, tune it. Yeah, if you're not watching live, make sure you're listening on the iTunes. Make sure you come over and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and so you can get the next ones and see what's going on over here. But
But a great movie about the Troubles is In the Name of the Father with Daniel Day-Lewis.
oh yeah, that is
Classic film.
yeah.
One of his best performances.
Um, yeah, Blood Moon Shalom LaCroix. I thought that was naming it after the Troubles was a funny joke to me. Maybe me. Oh. Decker, we're gonna name a horse or two before we're done here. But
Okay.
yeah, sign up SGPNs or go to photofinish.live/SGPN or sg.pn/stables is a short link we have to it. But yeah, use our promo code SGPN and you will get you'll be a member of what me and Kramer are calling the Turf Club, where we're gonna give you guys special discounts on the horses we sell and our best studs for you to breed with if you want to get into breeding. You know, a lot of people, but here's the thing, there's a lot of ways to play this game. You can actually bet on a lot of these races. This one doesn't have a prize pool, unfortunately, so we can't put bets in on it because we for sure would if we could right now. Me and Kramer usually that's the fun thing about it is we'll put action on ourselves, like even
Nice.
though we already have a vested interest in winning already, it's fun to sprinkle more juice on top of that. But yeah, it's very mutual racing, just like a real track. There's different ways to play though. They have a utility crypto coin that you can buy for this game, and if you buy it, you can stake it, basically like put it into like a kind of like a crypto savings account, and then you own a piece of the tracks that you stake it in, and then you get a piece of all their gambling action and race entry fees.
Hmm.
So, so no matter what, I'm getting a very small percentage of this race due to track ownership. No matter, I mean, which is
Nice.
always kind of fun, and that's what we would call positive EV here in the gambling world. This race starts in 36 seconds. It's
Wow.
coming to you from Banks Race Course. One fun thing too is like, okay, you get a little bit of crown for each race you enter right now for the next few months. Um, Derby is the economy. It's a stable coin. So just think of Derby as like casino chips that you would use. That it all directly translates to $1 for, it's 80 Derby to $1. That never changes. So it's say your money, you don't take big losses on your gambling or whatever, or like if the price of the coin were to collapse and all of a sudden your big bet's worth nothing kind
Oh,
of thing.
1 second.
All right, here we go.
Full screen.
Yeah, I got to go full screen on this. And usually that makes it glitch a little. So there we go. Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, anybody wants a horse, let me know.
Which
Um,
one's you?
dude, if you bring this up to me, I'll basically give it to you for free. How about that?
What color
Or
are you? Oh,
I'll
that's
put it
you.
in for the minimum amount to sell, which I think is $1. So
Oh, orange.
yeah, we are, yes, the number 7 horse, the orange, Treble Last. She's that right now coming in third.
Yeah. Get rid.
This is a shorter race. This is what, 4 furlongs, I think it is. So we are coming right around the turn. We are coming down the final stretch. Let's
Oh,
go,
there we
Trouble
go.
Lads. Come on, girl. Come on. Oh man, they are really fucking
Uh-oh.
close. She is in last place. Yeah,
Hit
come
her.
on, girl.
Fucking whip her harder.
Yeah, beat her. Beat her like
Can you put steroids
uh
on the end of that? What is it called? The whip?
I
Remember
wish
when
we could
they
put
were doing that
steroids
at the
because
time?
we would have. That was a pretty fast time, I want to say. She's an A+ grade. I can explain the grading system to you if you want, but A+ there. Yeah, she finished 7th. You dumb. Actually, I think I do have a beep on here, but whatever.
Everyone has an A+ grade there.
Yeah, this is a horse for A pluses only.
Okay. Went up against some top
It's a
dogs.
maiden, and maidens are for horses that haven't finished first yet. And so when you so now this horse that whatever horse finished first there is now no longer to run in maidens. They have to start moving on to other types of races. There's handicaps, allowances, stakes, graded stakes, just like in real life thoroughbred racing. Like so you maybe like graded stakes are like the top of the top. Those are like big money, high end horses competing for
Wait,
the.
they do it like that in real life? Like once
Yeah.
you come first, you have to move on?
Yeah, I think that's how it works for maidens. I could be wrong. I'll have Wolf of Oak on here soon to talk more about this stuff and like kind of explains. Because I went on his show to explain to his real life. He calls it meat sack horse racing, but his real life horse racing show with Kramer a couple months back to explain this game to his audience. I kind of want him to come on and help explain to my audience the real life connection between photo finish and whatchamacallit, real life horse racing. Because it's like there's a lot of connections. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you can play the game so many ways. You can just do it as a track owner, where you just like, dude. If you think about it, I was doing me and Kramer were doing the math. It's at the current token prices and all, and how much you actually get for your track ownership. It's basically like opening a savings account right now at 45% APY.
Okay.
So I mean, like it's worth. I always say it's worth putting $100 in there and seeing how it works, and you'd be surprised, and then take the profits that you're getting off that, and you can start using that to as for betting, and just have a little fun on the you basically you get to gamble for free.
Yeah, and you get to see what your progeny is doing and your bloodlines.
Dude, no, and like, well, me and Kramer bought a bunch of these. What part of our strategy lately has been as people like the Generation Zero horses. We're in season 22 right now. The Generation Zero horses that are the original horses of the game are basically all going to die after season 25. Okay. So we're buying them as people are listing them for super cheap. They don't want them anymore because they're still good for breeding because they're still the original bloodlines of the game that you can customly craft your own top end bloodlines with. So we've been doing that for pennies on the dollar compared to the people that did this early in the game when it first started when they were going for a lot more. But we're still going to have that competitive advantage down the line, I feel, of having like completely original bloodlines that no one else can duplicate.
Wow. Nice.
So yeah, it's a massive breeding operation. See, the way he and I do it is I'm in charge of the horse fucking and he races them. I'm the horse fucker. He's the rate. It's not fun to be the horse fucker. I'll say this, but someone's got to do this job. Someone's got to go, hey, this horse should bone down with this horse. So yeah, if you follow at SGPN Stables on Twitter, I actually this morning just created a little thread of our top studs. One of them is a horse I named Bowser's Castle. And he's going to be one of our top studs in the market, you know.
But is there a video for when you're breeding them? Like, do you see somebody holding the fleshlight?
No, no, yeah, no, you don't see someone put the cock sock on, yeah.
You know, maybe soon. Who knows?
We used to be a proper country. I get it. We did name a horse Double Decker after you.
Oh, nice.
It wasn't very good. I'm sorry. I tried.
I understand.
It was a good dad, and just it was one of the first breeds I did. I didn't quite know what I was doing as well then. Bowser's Castle we got lucky on because we bought his mom pregnant with him,
Oh,
and we got lucky on it. Turned out he was really good. So, and my brother's watching. I think I named the horse after him, Brett Maverick, because he was actually named after the character Brett Maverick from the TV show Maverick by our parents. And so,
wow.
yeah,
Don't remember that show.
neither do I. But they made a movie based on it with James Garner and Mel Gibson, Maverick.
Oh,
Did you ever see that?
I think I remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where he's like a
I'm not
riverboat
sure.
gambler.
Yeah.
Yeah, movie's badass.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our little photo finish live segment. So yeah, everybody check out the game. It's so much fun and like, dude, horses are so cheap right now. And like I said, if you don't want to spend money on it, but you want to try it out, you use our promo code. They'll give you a free trainer horse so you can run free races to get a feel for it. And if you want to take it a step further and run paid races, there's a loaning program in the game. I will loan you some of our SGPN stables horses for free of charge. You keep 100% of the money that they make. So I'm that nice of a guy. I'm willing to give because I have fun playing this game. And I think Eric Dodorian called it vegan horse racing when he was on the show a few months ago. And I couldn't agree more. It's vegan horse racing. It's cruelty-free horse racing. This is the future, Justin.
Yeah, no more Santa
Race,
Anita.
dude, Santa Anita is and Del Mar like gonna be two of the few tracks, like Churchill Downs. Pimlico, like there's only gonna be a few left in a few years, I think. Like the main Triple Crown tracks and stuff. But like a lot of tracks around a lot of the smaller tracks around the country are closing, unfortunately, and that's a real shame. But
Just because the liability of the
I
of
think
getting
so. And like, dude, I mean, so many horses die, are dying now, and like, and just more as people get more and more entertainment options, people are less likely to go to live events.
mm. Dude, there's nothing like a horse race. It's very Americana, very old
Oh, it's the
school, like
best.
Victorian feel, no matter where you are.
I
And
get
a
a,
native Saratoga. I've been to Saratoga. I've been to. Oh, I've only been to three.
I'm getting a 5 day weekend for,
Saratoga. Saratoga is one of the oldest ones in the
yep,
country.
yep.
I mean, fucking Napoleon went there.
They
I mean,
actually ran Belmont there this year because they're remodeling Belmont. And so they ran the Belmont at Saratoga, it was the Belmont at Saratoga this
oh,
last year. Yeah.
oh, beautiful, beautiful course, and that's where the Horse Racing Hall of Fame is too.
You know,
Near there in
one of the
Saratoga.
tracks on Photo Finish, you're a San Diego guy, is named La Jolla Fields.
Oh,
But
nice.
dude, what's cool about that is like if you have the majority stake, which right now it would cost like 500, $500,000 to be the majority track holder on one of these digital tracks. But like the majority track holder, the guy that got in the game early enough to get that stake, in there. Um, dude, they named it La Jolla, but you can name it whatever you want at that point. And like now they have things where like they can like, all right, if you have a crypto coin and you want to sponsor the track, and whoever's racing at the track gets a little stimulus from this coin for racing, we'll let you temporarily name the track after your coin this week or stuff. So they're running all kinds of cool promotions and stuff. Me and Kramer are going to be doing more content. We got a little show here planned for like YouTube, podcasts, and stuff on the SGPN network. So stay tuned for that as football season winds down and we really ramp up the horse side of things when we have a little more degen fucking gambling. Right now we got a lot of action going, but there's less action in the off season and especially after college basketball ends, it kind of had a little dead period. So
Yeah.
so this is a good year round 24/7, 365 days a year. And they're looking at getting casino like kiosks in casinos where it'd be just like a machine where you can come up and bet on these races and then have a screen. Because they have a Roku app. It's up on Roku right now. I bought a Roku stick just for it. It's not like fully live yet. They're still working out the kinks on it. But like basically the Roku app is going to be like you have like it'll be like a QR code on the Roku app. And you just go up, scan it off your phone, download the fucking app, start betting right there.
Yeah, as long as you can see a horse race like that, as long as
Yeah.
you can see it, you
So I
visualize.
think for like sports bars, dude, especially here in Vegas where sports bars are open 24 hours, if they can get the gaming shit legalized for here, it would be so sick to be like if I'm at a bar at 3 a.m. and be like, hey, throw on fucking photo finish races. Let's bet.
Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, we even have those mechanical horses that your brother
Yeah.
has, right? At
Yeah, the plastic pony.
yeah, it's dumb, but it's really, really fun.
Yeah, dude, that thing.
Yeah. Just to see
And
them run
we're
around.
not talking about the plastic ponies like they have at the casino at the D on Fremont Street downtown. I was there last month playing with the Hollywood crime scene gals. They've been on the show. Check their episodes out. Rachel Fisher and Desi Jetikin. They're in town here at Wise Guys Comedy Club doing a live episode of their show. So Jen and I went and hung out with them after. And Rachel's boyfriend is Brendan Sexton. He's an actor. He's appeared in Boys Don't Cry, Empire Records, been a bunch of stuff. I've been a big fan of his for years as like an independent film character actor. And he like turns out we have a mutual friend and comedian Sandy Danto. And like we hit it off big time, and like, dude, got drank together to like 5:30 in the morning. But we spent a good chunk of the night at those fucking plastic pony machine at the D, which is one of the last few machines. Most slot machines and shit in Vegas now are just vouchers, right? They don't pay out in quarters.
Mm.
That it's such an old machine that it can only be quarter operated, and it's the last one in the world
Oh, that's fun.
for this particular type of game where, yeah, there's weird little payouts and odds and combos, and it's fun. But I mean, yeah, stay tuned, man. We're trying, Kramer and Sean know Derek Stevens, owner of the D and Circa, and the Golden Gate as well, all over there on Fremont. And yeah, be really cool if Derek got involved with this stuff. That's all I gotta say. Be very cool. So yeah, rivalry game tomorrow though. Let's do it, dude. So Bruins get 5 points. I think last I saw on the money line it was plus 175. That might have gone up though, dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
A little bit
I'm
of
not
a
gonna.
surprise. I thought it was going to come out at 2.5 or 3.
That's what I thought too,
Um,
but I'm actually kind of surprised SC's favored here, to be honest with you. Because I think over the last month, it's just funny that they're okay. SC's coming off a win. You say he's coming off a loss, but before that, you say it was on a 3-game winning streak. SC was on like a 3-game losing streak.
yeah,
And I think
UCLA was on, I think, a 4-game losing streak, and they were on a 5-game losing streak before. But I was telling your brother that they had to play Indiana before we knew Indiana could
it
ever
was
even
is
be
a
good.
powerhouse. Yeah.
Now they're ranked number 5. They had to play Oregon, Indiana, Oregon, Penn State. It's like the
They
Big Ten
played
is just
three of the
fucking
top five teams right
brutal.
now in the country.
Yeah, the Big Ten is just brutal.
Yeah, so two of the home losses are two top three teams, like or top four teams basically. And then you have and they also had to play at LSU. And
Yeah,
even though it was a win, they had to play at Hawaii, which is still a crazy amount of travel. And like they got another win, they played at Rutgers. So I mean, you look at the dude by
worst
far the
travel in the country out of anything.
worst
Oh,
travel in the country, dude. No one's traveled this many miles. And
yeah.
so I do think that UCLA is more battle tested and hardened. But another thing, and I know Colby's brought this up on the college experience, dude, in terms of the head coaching matchup here of Deshaun Foster versus Lincoln Riley, one's clearly ascending and one's clearly free falling. Like this is an obvious case of
Yeah, what
Lincoln
happened to
Riley.
Riley? I mean, we knew he didn't have a
Dude, he sucked at Oklahoma too, dude.
defense. Yeah, but he'd never had any defensive kind of prowess, but he was,
But he had Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. He had Heisman winning
yeah, it
quarterbacks.
must have been just
Jalen
the
Hurts,
quarterback.
dude.
Yeah.
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 Like you look at the quarterbacks he had there, and it's that and the
And they
big
just had a number one prospect decommit from USC, I think, because of what,
yeah,
you know,
and the
what
Big
how they
12 was
performed.
weaker a few years ago when he was there than it is now.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he went to SC basically to avoid being part of the Oklahoma's move to the SEC because he saw the writing on the wall there that they're going to be like
Yeah. But
relegated to like
now,
Arkansas and Missouri where or like Nebraska going to the Big Ten where it's just like, yeah, you're never going to be good again the way you were for all those decades in the Big 12 or the Big 8 before that, even for old school heads like me. Um, but yeah, dude, like I okay, I think that this matchup for Deshaun Foster is so much more personal than it is for Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley's probably already looking to sell his house and get another job.
yeah.
Deshaun Foster is building something at UCLA. The team has gotten
And he
better.
knows this rivalry.
He knows this rivalry.
Yeah,
It's
he knows this
personal
rivalry.
for him. He wants this personally. Like, I think we can't
Yeah.
not underestimate that. And
And
like,
they're going to try to prove that they still have a defense
but
without
it's like
Lynn there.
UCLA's
Now
been
that
on
Lynn went to USC.
as he started off the season better than UCLA, but since then it's been one team going up, one team going down, with the exception of last week, which I thought was perfect. Because I kept thinking if UCLA beats Washington on the road last week, but I think they
It
had
was
a
a
couple
frustrating
bad,
game because they were moving the ball. They moved
yeah,
the ball against anybody, but Garbers has these interceptions in the red zone. He
well,
really
dude,
struggles in the red zone and fumbles.
and the thing was for him, it wasn't even his turnovers really that game that killed him. It was like the receivers making fumbling the ball.
But yeah, I mean, against Iowa, they won the
Yeah, no,
game.
yeah.
But he had there was one play that I'll mention that we were at the game and we saw where he turned it over when our guy had an illegal motion. And it's just a really dumb play because our guy had an illegal, he knew it was our penalty. He could have just thrown the ball away. Instead, he turns the ball over trying to run for a touchdown when he knew it would have been a penalty. Like,
It's gonna be, yeah, you don't need
just
it.
makes
Yeah.
strange decisions, but when he moves the ball up and down the field at will. Like
Yeah.
he's just
And
a really
also,
talented quarterback, but the decision making is just
and you know what? Like
off at times.
at the end of last season, I was really bummed out when defensive coordinator Deonton Lynn left UCLA for USC because he did such a good job with the defense last year. But
Such a
UCLA's defense hasn't really missed a beat this year. If you
no,
look,
it's been good, yeah, yeah.
especially in like those games against like Indiana, Oregon, and Penn State, the Penn State game, especially LSU game too, Oregon even, they hung around in the first half way closer than people thought. But just the offense was struggling during that part of the season. They were having trouble moving the ball. They were out on the field a little bit too long. I think they still covered the spread in like most of those games. Not Indiana, obviously, but they covered the spread against Penn State and Oregon
Yeah,
or
Indiana, it was
LSU.
just that was before we knew what Indiana was. And it's like
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see how they do tomorrow against Ohio State.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that game tomorrow morning. That's
Because
going to be a fantastic one.
I think Indiana is for real. I don't think they're gonna
Well, dude, it
blow them
opened
out.
at like plus 13.5 for Indiana. Now it's down to like plus 10.5. So I mean, that says a lot right there,
Yeah,
dude. Like my
yeah. I have a
brother
feeling
actually
they're
was
gonna stay in it for a
my
while.
brother was texting me before we recorded there. He said he took a like plus 1,000 Indiana UCLA money line parlay, which I don't hate at all.
Mm,
That's not a bad way to get 10 to 1 juice.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. Speaking of 10 to 1 juice, dude, this but yeah, okay, so let's do our picks for the game. I like UCLA. I like UCLA to win like I'm gonna say like 24-20. I think they make enough stops defensively. I think Brian, hey, and if you're gonna do a weird prop, anytime interception for Brian Addison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Another
Wow.
thing I like too was I thought a strategic blunder I thought SC made or Lincoln Riley made going into this was replacing their quarterback Moss
Yeah.
for last week, Miller Moss. Replacing him last week, I thought if you're gonna like their season's kind of fucked right now. Instead of replacing him for last week, I would have made it the new guy's first start this week, so UCLA doesn't have any game film on the new guy. But now they have game film on both quarterbacks.
Yeah, they're not like treating this rivalry
No, he's not. He's not treating this like a real
like what it
rivalry.
is.
I have a friend who's an SC fan, Chris Bivens, texted me last night saying it doesn't feel like rivalry. He's also a huge Dodger fan, and I was like, I think you're just still in the Dodgers hangover. And you're not really thinking about, and you're not, and he's not as big of a college football fan as I am, and my brother, you and my brother and stuff. But like, yeah, I did. I like UCLA. Like, dude, definitely take the +5. But dude, I would just play the money line straight up on this. I think they win this outright. I think wrong team's favored, to be honest with you.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I thought it would be around 2 or 2.5. I mean, it's a home game. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I think it's going to be similar to the Iowa game. You
Yeah,
know,
that's why I said
I'm gonna say
24-20. I think that's
I'm
about
gonna
where that
say
was close.
21-20.
Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
mine.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
comes down to I could see SC like getting cute late in the game and trying to go like Lincoln Riley trying to go for two and losing the game on LA
Yeah.
and losing by
I
one.
mean, UCLA moves the ball up and down the field, and unfortunate schedule
But
early.
they have a legit physical defense, and I think that's the difference in this game. Uh,
I think the
I
only game that didn't go the way that kind of it was supposed to in this tough schedule was just that Minnesota game was bad. But other than that, they kind of trend what kind of how you expect. The Washington game, they were moving the ball even though they lost. That's a tough place to win. But yeah, I would say 21-20. I think we're both on the under. I think
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the to I don't play totals, man.
yeah, I'm gonna go the under.
I'm trying to look up how to on this okay, total defense. Okay, in total defense, UCLA, I know it's way better. Okay, UCLA ranks 48th in total defense. So top 50 defense in the country. That's not bad, dude.
That's actually, yeah.
Considering the
I didn't know
schedule
it was
they
that.
played,
Yeah.
dude. When you factor in, okay, and then if we were to look and be like, who are some of the top offenses in the country? Well, they've played some of those like Oregon and fucking Indiana, dude. So I mean, this is
Yeah.
no like, and then SC's not even on the front page. So I have to go to the second page here to find them on the top. They rank 67th in total defense. So no, I do think
An
I
improvement
think
from last year. Last year they were horrible.
yeah, last year they were so Deonton Lynn has made an improvement there, but I still don't think it's enough. I think UCLA and I think and dude, there's a secret revenge angle there. I think this defense wants to get back at their former coordinator and show them, hey, fuck you, dude.
Exactly. There's a lot going in their favor here.
Yeah, so we are both on the Bruins, surprisingly.
Who cares?
All right.
It's the truth.
But the show's also brought to you by mybookie.ag. We're gonna use promo code LSH, same as the Underdog Fantasy. Sign up for both. Guys, I'm desperate. I need the money. Sign up. Seriously, I'm not joking. Sign up. No, but mybookie.ag, dude, they were first sponsor of the program, and they're back with the SGPN network. And so I am back with my relationship with them as a, as a guy drafting the fucking tailpipes on this one. And yeah, so you can, I believe it's up to $100 deposit. You get double your money. The 100% deposit bonus, and there's even a bigger bonus if you do crypto. So if you're like me and you got crypto, you do that and you can get even more money on top of the bonus, on top of the bonus. And who doesn't love crypto? Because it goes through right away. It's instant. It's fun. So for my new My Bookie segment at the end of the show here, I want to give out. We're going to each give out a Sunday NFL prop here.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. And I kind of want to make this a special thing because on SGP they give out first touchdowns all the time for the primetime games, right? Well, we're gonna do this for any game. It doesn't matter, primetime or whatever, because I think it's about finding the right spots for these. We're gonna do last touchdown.
Last touchdown. Wow. Okay.
Okay. And I have an angle for these that I think
I have an angle right now. I'm already
I
thinking
bet one
for a
last night.
primetime game.
I'll tell you what, I bet one last night. I didn't hit it, but my logic was sound and it was there. So I bet Cordero Patterson for the Steelers plus 2,000, so 20 to 1 that he would score the last touchdown. And sure enough, like it was like, I don't know, like 6 minutes left or so. It was in the second half of the fourth quarter. He got some goal line touch, like some red zone touches.
Arthur Smith does that with him.
Yes.
And he did that in the Charger
He
game.
did that, and he did that
iced
against
the Charger
Atlanta.
game with like 6 Cordell Patterson runs.
Yeah, and he did that with when he was coach of Atlanta and had him there.
Yeah.
And I know when I saw the pricing for last touchdown of the game, I started thinking, I'm like, I know Arthur Smith likes to use him late in the game in the red zone. So therefore, 20 to 1 is actually mispriced here. This should be like 8 to 1, really, even though he's like the third string running back, just because of the situational usage, by knowing this as a fan of the team. So my brother,
that's the thing is the Browns game was too close, I think.
yeah.
But if it wasn't, if it went like it was supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, like dude, but I think just in general, backup running backs are the way to go on these. Find the game you think is going to be a blowout and go with the backup running back because they might get that garbage time score late.
Like that. I have an angle on J.K. Dobbins. That game's not going to be a blowout. But as far as last touchdown versus his former team on a Jim Harbaugh kind of Harbaugh and Harbaugh.
I should have been more prepared and already logged into my bookie because
that may be a good one.
No, yeah.
And that's a primetime game, so sticking with that theme.
Yeah, no, that is a very good call there. The game I picked. So I like for mine, I saw it at plus 1,500. I'm gonna log into my bookie right now to make sure. But I like Trey Benson for Arizona against Seattle. It's in Seattle. I like him because first off, it seems like they rest James Conner late in the game no matter what. And so Trey Benson right away possibly has some value there on that. But at 15 to 1, I think that game might be a blowout. I think Seattle coming off the win at San Francisco they might be smelling themselves a little. And Arizona's coming off a bye week they're the team to beat in that division right now. I don't think they're smelling themselves. They definitely didn't have a look ahead spot for the, like they're focused coming off the bye week. So Give me Arizona. Like that game's a pick 'em right now too. So just gambling wise, dude, I fucking love that matchup for Arizona.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Some places have it -1 for Arizona and then a pick 'em.
Because like instead of I
Yeah.
see I use see a novice gambler would think, oh, just take the backup running back for the team with the highest point spread this week. Okay, that's an interesting way to do it. If you think that that game's going to go according to but this NFL season, dude, the bigger spreads have been very unpredictable this year. Like the underdogs started off like 10-0, like straight or 8-2 straight up against when they were like a favorite underdogs of 6 or more points this season. So
It started with the first week. Cincinnati lost to
to New England,
New
yeah,
England. Yeah.
yeah, no, dude. So we've had this, dude, or the Raiders beat fucking Baltimore in week 2. Like you've seen these unpredictable
Yeah.
outcomes like that. So I think it's better to take these pick'ems where it's situationally you could get the accidental like sleeper blowout here.
Yeah. And have you noticed this year, as far as like the largest spread each week is like no more than 12 or 13?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the whole like this week it's only 10.
Okay.
That's the largest spread. The spreads have been every team is like well matched
Oh
this
man, dude, man,
for whatever reason in the last
man,
couple of years, I
my
feel.
bookie has a lot of fun options. Okay, so just I'm just looking at the first touchdown stuff for this game on there real quick. And let's just see the difference because Benson or James Conner's at plus 500 there. Okay. And Benson's at plus 2,600. Yeah, I think because, yeah, dude, James Conner is their go-to guy. He's more likely to, get the goal line work there. Like we agree on that, but do they have last touchdown? I'm not seeing a last touchdown listed on here. This is really bad promo on my part. I'm really, really sorry.
Last touchdown is a
Wait.
different mindset too. I like yeah, first touchdown, the Chargers have been hitting. Like we've been
Well,
saying Will Disley for like 3 weeks and it's hit like 2 times.
Britton Hess from the SGPN, he was on their prop show last week, and he gave out a interesting one of like a Jalen Hurts second half touchdown, which I think is really interesting. Where you start like kind of, all right, like who's a guy more like, or like a guy for a first half touchdown? Who's like the kind of receiver that's going to take the top off of defense early and hit that knockout punch or whatever? Like I don't know. There's different stuff. Dude, I cannot. I'm sure this is on here though, dude. I
You could
know.
just go matchups if you want to throw Lad McConkey first touchdown. That's a first touchdown against Baltimore.
No, just let's still give it out. Because like, hey, dude, this is something like everybody like, dude. Okay, I'll say it. I don't know. I did mine through William Hill, Nevada. So I got the last they offer last touchdown, and I got plus 1,500 on Trey Benson in that game. So, and I'll be posting more on my Twitter account if you follow me at Scott_Bowser, same as my Instagram. But yeah, fucking I'll be giving out more. Trust me, I will definitely be giving out more last touchdowns this week because this is my new angle. This is what I'm gonna build my reputation on. But I think, dude, I think there's a handicap to this that people aren't seeing with some of the way these are priced. Like, and I think in a lot of cases, backup running backs in surprising blowouts are the pick. Like, or
Yeah.
with the exception of a team like Detroit. Well, first off, they're fucking smacking teams down right now for the most part, with the exception of the 5 interception Jared Goff game that they still won. But
Weird. Because after that, he put up the highest
yeah,
point
yeah, he
total
fucking had
there
one
in
of
two
the
weeks.
well, and the game before that, the game after that, two of the most efficient games of all time. And he drops a 5 interception game in the middle. You got to just take it with him. But like Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are both really good and both get a lot of usage for Detroit. So they're a team you probably don't want to play this prop with. I
Yeah.
think I think it would be more interesting. Like, dude, a good one could be Miami because they love giving the ball to Mostert, and you could
Yeah,
get that
they're
even.
huge favorites, the second highest favorite this week at
And you
eight
could with
8 points.
yeah, and with Miami, you could potentially with Mostert, like, let me look it up on William Hill right now because
Also,
I
the
think
Dolphins are a really good team right now. They're only 4-6, but
well
they
since Tua came back, their
they're
offense
actually like
is
just
better.
like
Yeah.
last year, they're really good. I don't
I
know
don't
if they're gonna make the playoffs because they can only lose one more game, but
yeah,
they're a really dangerous team.
they could be a spoiler for somebody else, I feel.
Yeah. There's still a chance they get in if Denver loses a couple and then
All right.
uh Dude, there's
So
a chance they can make the playoffs. I'd
Raheem
probably
Mostert's plus 1100 for last touchdown there. But you know who I would go with, to be honest with you? Their big boy, Jalen Wright at plus 1600. I'm actually going to put that in right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to look at an angle of rivalry. There's not a lot of rivalry games. There's only three this week. Now that the Browns and Steelers are done. Uh yeah, this is a tough one for last touchdown. I mean, the Giants are a mess. Who's the Buccaneers backup? They kind of split between Rashad White and Bucky Irving.
Yeah,
I
I would
have
go.
Bucky Irving.
Yeah, Bucky Irving would be a good one. That's a good one.
I have Irving. I have him in my DraftKings daily
All
because
right.
the Giants are a mess this
I
week.
think we got to get wrapped up here. So I think that's a good pick, dude. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say Bucky
I'm
Irving.
sorry to put you on the spot with that pick. Like, but I want you to start thinking about these because this is an interesting, I don't know. This is an interesting. Okay, you got your first. I know you like doing the first half. How about this? I know you like doing your first half parlay every week.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
okay, Bucky Irving is plus 525. Rashad White is plus 700. But dude, if you really want to
I
get
don't know.
weird,
We should just stick with it. That's a
honestly,
strange
you know
number.
what I would do with the Bucks? Baker at plus 1700.
Oh wow. Let's see. Baker versus. Okay.
Because imagine you would have done Jameis Winston
It's such a
on
great year for like, yeah, just
imagine what
quarterbacks
Jameis
who were like
Winston
back in the day.
last TD would have paid in that game last night.
Oh really? Oh my God.
Because he scored
On that
yeah.
like almost backflip.
Hmm. On the play where they clearly held on Nate Herbig, dude, on the backside.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
rewatch it, dude. It's an obvious hold there. I don't want to get into it. But
Dude, I think refs when it's snowing like that, they just don't call very many penalties.
yeah, no,
There was a
totally.
lot of shit that went down.
But all right, dude. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned in to our first ever YouTube stream. Oh, we got three people now. Unlimited growth, Justin. Unlimited growth with three
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta play some kind of celebration here. No, not the wet fart.
My
Fuck it.
parlay is already going to be Commanders,
Now, this is for first half
Lions,
On Sunday morning games, right?
yes, Broncos, Raiders over in the first half, and the Seattle Seahawks first half.
All right. That's Decker's first half parlay special. Those are always a lot of fun every week. And thank you so much for checking us out on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit notifications on. So I'm going to try and do this consistently around 8:30, 9 o'clock here on Friday nights going forward. So hopefully I can keep that schedule going. And then also make sure you check out our feed on anywhere you subscribe to audio podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Go over there, give us a 5-star review, and leave a comment. Like, trust me, this stuff really helps. If you like our page on YouTube, all that really helps us get new followers, new listeners, new viewers, which will help me pay my bills, people. And that's what this is kind of about. No, I like having fun with this. You can follow the show at LuxUps Pod on Twitter, on Instagram. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to everything. Use our promo code LSH at Underdog Fantasy in my bookie, or use our promo code SGPN at photofinish.live. Decker, what do you got for people?
Yo, nothing. Just follow me. Just follow me on X, man, for my picks, my parlays, my jokes, my appearances, my knowledge. We've been watching football a long time. We got a lot of knowledge. Let's
Yeah,
toot our
dude.
horn. My handle is Justin Decker, just simply my name.
Between the two of us, we have like 65 plus years of watching NFL and college football.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Sometimes I predict the shit that's on the television, like with I predicted a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Blows my wife, it blows her mind.
we what blows Jen away when I'm watching football is how I know what every flag is long before
Oh
anybody says
yeah.
it.
That too. She's like,
I'll be like, oh,
how do you
holding,
know?
oh, illegal motion. And she'll be like, how the fuck did you know that? I'm like, oh no, I saw the one guy move, or no. Well, I'm like, well, it's the timing of which they call it. Like certain penalties only get called at certain points. So I mean, it's kind of once you know that the situation, like it's a lot easier.
And
Like
sometimes we know it more than the players. Like the players are just used to running around and
it's
doing
so
what the coach says. It's so weird when you know way more about what the players are doing and they just do what their coach says
well,
and
I
just have
realize
muscle memory.
it's different for me now too, when I realize I'm old enough to be a lot of these players' dad.
Yeah.
Like legit too, not if like I had them when I was like 16. Like, no, I could have had them in my mid 20s and be their dad. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
that's always funny. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for checking out the show. Um, we will be back and yeah, next week hopefully. So thank you
And
everybody.
go Bruins.
Go Bruins. God bless you and keep gambling. All right.